Games made with Godot make no money. That is a statement you may have heard, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. For example, one of these games has made over $6 million. In reality, there are a bunch of Godot games generating amazing revenue, not only that one, so let's check them out in this video. We'll start the list with a Sonic game. So if a big company decided to create their game in Godot, it must be because of some reason, right? Join Sonic in the high-speed adventure of a lifetime. The evil Dr. Eggman has built a gigantic interstellar amusement park bursting with incredible rides and colorful attraction, but he's powering it with a captured alien race called Wisps. Use Sonic's lightning speed to free the Wisps and learn the secrets of their amazing powers as you explore 6 unique colorful worlds, each filled with dangerous enemies and hurdles to overcome. Now with stunning upscale visuals, additional features, a new game mode and enhanced gameplay, it's the ultimate Sonic color experience. Sonic will be tested on this exciting journey to free the Wisps, but with their help and yours, it's a test he'll pass with flying colors. Rip out enemies and equip them in your own body. Fight biopunk monsters and drag up space bandits. You are a Gagetian cultist, a near mythological being built from the bodies of long-dead saints. You have arrived on the partially terraformed planet of Christianburg on a temple-ordained mission to find and kill someone. Explore the planet and trace your victim's steps to the end. Some highlights of this game are organ-based stat system, literal finger gun, 10 unique enemies, 8 guns, 3 boss fights, dozens of quests and 3 biomes to explore. Lumencraft is a unique combination of a top-down shooter and a base building game with tower defense elements. Enter procedurally generated levels with a fully destructible environment to build your base, dig some tunnels and find the precious lumen, humanity's only chance for survival. For 2 centuries, the rest of humanity struggled to survive without electricity and light. But there is a spark of hope. In 2221, the survivors find Lumen, a crystal of high energy potency that may be the last chance for mankind. Scouts, brave miners establish an underground settlement and travel into the dark to reach the nearby Lumen deposits. But the darkness consumed them, as the subterranean caves and tunnels hold as much danger as salvation. Now it's time for you to step into the endless shadows. Gladiator, grab your sword, equip your sandals and take on the world in multiplayer swords and sandals. Brutal turn-based combat where gladiators can lose limbs while guitars and yell so loudly enemy heads will fall off. This is the most fun you'll ever have in the arena and it all starts here. Finally, for the first time in over a decade, multiplayer combat will return to the world of swords and sandals. Be matched with and test your skills against real humans as you strive to the greatest gladiator in the whole world. Rise in the leaderboards and prove once and for all who the best player of all time is. The unexpected discovery of valuable minerals within the rings of Saturn has sparked a profitable space excavation industry. You control an asteroid excavation ship hoping to make it reach out on the rings, but soon you find out that all is not as it appears. Experience a hard sci-fi story backed up with real physics and science. Some key features are realistic top-down hard sci-fi space flight experience. Every aspect of gameplay is backed up by real science. Ships fly just as starships should. Jump into the action in seconds with autopilot assist or save fuel by manual thrusters maneuvers. January 1975, you've just created your own video game company. You're renting a tight place that allows you to develop your first game. Quickly your games are successful and you already have to move, but it's up to you to cross the city to pick your next local. In a blink of an eye, you are hiring artists to improve the visual aspect of your games, next game developers and then testers. But a problem remains. Even if your games are brilliant, you don't have enough funds to self-publish a big game to make your studio profitable. You'll have to turn to video game editors who will carve out the lion's share. Chaining successes is the only way of getting rid of the publishers. Furthermore, you will be able to publish your own publishing contracts. Then you will be ready to dominate the market and buy back your competitors. 3 limbs ripped off, infected with a deadly parasite, you must save your research. Drag yourself through the corridors of a secret research lab on a remote asteroid, fight off horrible mutated monsters, inject the countless syringes of vaccines, and survive at all costs. Endoparasitic is a tactical survival horror game where you must manually do every action from reloading to moving. Juggle movement and firing and plan room entrances to avoid getting swarmed. Some highlights are one-handed in-game, one-handed in real life. Everything is mouse controlled. Guns are manually loaded, 1 bullet at a time, and your health bar is a parasite burrowing to your brain. Halls of Torment is a horror survival game in a pre-rendered retro look reminiscent of RPGs from the late 90s. Choose one of many hero characters and descend into the deadly halls of Torment. Fight unholy horrors from beyond and survive wave after wave until you face one of the tormented lords. Advance your hero with character traits, abilities, and items. Create a new powerful build during each run. Explore various underground expanses and find new powerful items that enable you to venture even deeper into the abyss. In this game, you will find quick and casual runs of maximum 30 minutes, old school pre-rendered art style, quest-based meta progression, and a large selection of diverse abilities, traits, and items, all enabling you to create interesting synergies. Welcome to New Wirral, a remote island inhabited by strange creatures you've only dreamed of, nightmares you hopefully haven't, and a cast of brave folks who uses cassette tapes to transform for battle. To find a way home, you will need to explore every inch of the island and record monsters to your cassette tapes to gain their abilities. Faced with the constant threat of monster attacks, you must protect the residents of the town. Record a monster to tape, then play it back to take on its form for battle. Any 2 monster forms can be used to produce unique, fully animated new fusion forms. Certain monster abilities can be used in human form. You'll need these to help you get around, solve puzzles, and locate dungeons. Defend your dome from wave after wave of monsters in this innovative roguelike survival miner, Dome Keeper. Use the time between each attack to dig beneath the surface in search of vital resources and artifacts. Use them carefully to choose powerful upgrades and bonuses. Set on beautifully crafted pixel art alien planets. Drill tunnels beneath your dome in search of precious materials or to uncover powerful hidden artifacts. Watch the time, you need to get back to the dome and be ready when the next wave of attack comes. How deep will you get this time? How much can you carry back? Take control of your defenses to fend off the alien attacks, air and ground, slow and fast. The attackers must be prioritized and dealt with before they tear your dome apart. Cruelty Squad is a tactical first-person shooter set in the hardcore gig economy of corporate liquidations. You are an emotionally dead combat substance-fueled grunt of Cruelty Squad, an evil subsidiary company tasked with performing wet works for its host conglomerate. Will you make the corporate archdemoness proud or succumb to bitter tears of failure? In Cruelty Squad, you can take advantage of highly kinematic tactical gameplays using varied weapons, no hand holding. All of the missions have multiple viable approaches and routes. Plan out your equipment loadout to gain a tactical advantage. A spaceship from Brotato world crashes onto an alien planet. The sole survivor Brotato, the only potato capable of handling 6 weapons at the same time. Waiting to be rescued by his mate, Brotato must survive in his hostile environment. In Brotato, you will find auto-firing weapons by default with a manual aiming option, fast runs under 30 minutes, dozens of characters available to customize your runs, and hundreds of items and weapons to choose from. Creating games in Godot can result in $6 million of revenue, so stop thinking that Godot is incapable of creating games that are profitable and start working with it right away. Of course, as every engine, it has its pros and cons, but Godot demonstrated that you know how to rely on a company in order to create an outstanding game and even make a living of them. Godot came here to revolutionize game development. Are you gonna miss that opportunity? Start in Godot right now with this playlist, link in the description, where you'll find 2 Godot full courses that you can even follow using the mobile version of the engine. Stop making excuses and start game developing with Godot right now.